back to my channel. I'm your favorite girl, Diva, and in today's video I'm showing you how to make the best oven baked rib you ever had in your life. So if you're interested in this video, keep watching. The recipe that I'm using is a recipe that I always use. It's from a fellow YouTuber. His name is Mr. Make It Happen, so I'll also link his channel down below. I'll also list every ingredient that I'm using down below in the description box as well. So first things first, this is optional, but when I follow a recipe, I like to follow it to the T. He had liquid smoke, so I'm using liquid smoke. Every time I make this recipe, I use the exact ingredients that I used the time before. I like it that way, so I feel like I shouldn't change it just yet. So we're gonna put a little bit of liquid smoke on the back of the ribs. This is like the bone side. And this is what you're using if you don't have a grill. This just gives it that little smoky flavor. After you do that, you're gonna go in with your mustard. This is your binder. This is has nothing to do with flavor. This has everything to do with binding and everything. So I know it's weird, or it might seem weird to some people, but trust me, it works. It works. It works. Okay, so now that you have that massaged onto your meat, you're gonna go ahead and go in with your seasonings. So for my seasonings, you have onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, salt, and a little bit of smoked paprika. You're also using whatever kind of barbecue rub he said. You can use whatever kind of barbecue rub you like, but he had this one, so I'm using this one. Actually, he had this one. So my sister Amazon Primed this for me, and it got here today, so I'm using this one. But this is the one that I've been using, which this one is really good. So I'm gonna be using both. So if you have both or either or whatever kind of barbecue rub or seasoning that you like, use that. But like I said, I like to follow recipes to the T. And if they don't work, then I tweak it. So the only tweaking is adding this, because I haven't had this before. I just got this today. So we're gonna go ahead and mix up our seasonings. You're gonna press the seasoning into the meat, and then you're gonna flip it over and show the same love to the other side. So this is what your ribs should look like after you season them. You're gonna have them on a wire rack, so they're well ventilated while they're in the oven. So you're gonna have your oven preheated to either 275 or 280. I prefer 280, and they're gonna be in there for 2 to 2.5 hours. Just check on them about the 1 hour and 50-minute mark to 2 hour mark, because they should be ready to take out by then, and go ahead and keep prepping with your things. So let's put them in the oven, and we'll see you in 2 hours. Okay, so now that our ribs are out of the oven, this has been 2 hours and 15 minutes of them in the oven. So we're cooking them for a total of 4.5 hours. You hear that? That's what you want to hear. That means your seasoning has stuck to your, let me see. That means your seasoning is sticking to your ribs. So the next thing that we're gonna do is take the ribs off of here. Our next step is to get some aluminum foil. This is honey. And this is brown sugar. Then you're gonna take your ribs and place them bone side up now. Yes. We're gonna get some more honey, whatever kind of honey you like. This is my favorite honey because it reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. You're gonna put some honey on there, some more honey. Okay, so you're gonna wrap your ribs up and cook them another 2 hours, but before you put them back in, after your honey, your brown sugar, and your butter, you're gonna add either some juice or some beer. I don't drink beer, which is what he used, so I'm using pineapple juice with orange juice. You can use pineapple juice, mango juice, any kind of fruit juice that you like. You just put a little bit in there. Let it get under there. And then you wrap it back up like a present. Cook it for another 2 hours. So within 10 to 15 minutes before your ribs are about to be done, you want to take whatever barbecue sauce you like. I like Sweet Baby Ray's. This is honey barbecue sauce. And I mix it with this hickory and brown sugar barbecue sauce. So you want to warm this up so you're not putting cold barbecue sauce on your ribs. This will take about, what, 5 minutes on probably medium low or your lowest setting if you can. Because like I said, we're just warming it up. We're not cooking the barbecue sauce. We just want it to be warm. Ooh. Fall off the bone, okay. Okay, so now that we added our sauce to our ribs, we're gonna go ahead and put them back in the oven for another 15 minutes so this sauce can caramelize and become one with the ribs. Okay, so we took the ribs off the rack, placed them on a cutting board. Both sides are well barbecue sauced or well sauced. So now we're gonna go ahead and cut them now that they've rested. So once you take your ribs out the oven and you let them rest for 15 minutes, you're gonna flip them over so they're bone side up, and you're gonna sauce the other side with the barbecue sauce. Look at that. Look at that. Juicy. Yes. Okay, period. Now let's cut the rest because it's late and I have to pack my husband's dinner, his lunch for tomorrow. Okay, so this is his lunch pack for tomorrow. We got some corn, ribs, baked beans, and dirty rice. Since he works on Labor Day, I'm packing him a good Labor Day meal. I also have some cornbread packaged for him as well. So and since I have you here, I might as well taste one. Bon appetit. You should definitely try this recipe. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially if you stayed to the end. This is the best rib recipe you can find on the internet. Shout out to Mr. Make It Happen for making this happen. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you tried this recipe, if you're gonna try it, or if you have a rib recipe of your own that you want me to try. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.